Peace and blessings, family. Peace and blessings. This is your brother Sean Ali here, Supreme Health and Wellness by Sean Ali. And as always, family, I thank each and every one of you who tunes in, shares some of your very valuable time and energy. And as always, I pray that these brief words are received in the spirit that I'm striving to deliver to man, which is the spirit of your brother, the spirit of love, and of course, and always in the spirit and in the name of God. Family, I pray that these words find you and your loved ones in the best of your health, your wellness, and the best of your life. And I pray that it is on purpose, because life is indeed on purpose. And when we are living a purposeful life, we are truly living a blessed life. And I just wanted to come and talk about how we can get energy from, or when we are fasting, right? When we are striving to fast, or intermittent fasting, how eating to live, where we have long intervals between our meals, how we can maintain our energy, our power, while we are abstaining from eating, right? And this is a fun, easy, quick topic that I just wanted to come and share some of this insight really quick, right? Because when we are looking, science tells us that everything is energy, right? Solid, liquid, gas, the colors, the sounds, everything is energy or a product of energy in motion. Like sound is energy in motion, right? So when we are looking at this, energy cannot be destroyed or created. It can only be transferred or transformed. So when we are looking at that science, and then now we look at our anatomy and our physiology, right? So we have on our central nervous system, this is what connects us to that energy that we are surrounded by. So when we are looking at our brain, on this part of our brain is the parietal lobe, right? This is sensory, where our sensory neurons at. So we're looking at, this is where our sensory neurons are. So, and this is important because everything is energy. We are created to not just expend or use energy, but to receive energy, to absorb it. And since everything is energy, we are surrounded by energy. So we want to look at, how do I get this energy without having to eat? Because food isn't the only source of energy. It's a chemical source, but it's not the only source of energy. So when we are looking at it, we're going to see when the body human energy, right, is ATP, adenosine triphosphate. It's made in the mitochondria of the cells. Inside the cell, right, there's an organelle, a mitochondria that looks like that. This is where ATP is made at, is processed at in the mitochondria. This is what gives the cell, each individual cell, their energy to do their job. And this is the energy, the fuel of the body. ATP is a 3-chain molecule. It's 3 molecules chained together. When the cell needs energy, it breaks that chain and releases the energy, right? That's what human energy is. ATP is made out of oxygen and glucose, right? So when we are looking, oxygen, we breathe. That's what we breathe, right? Glucose, through the process of photosynthesis, glucose is a carbohydrate. So when we want to start with what is energy. So if I'm not eating, how can I get energy? The same place we would get it if we weren't eating anyway. This is human energy. It's oxygen and glucose. We don't have to eat in order to get either one of these. All we have to do is breathe and go into the sunlight. Because yes, glucose is a carb that's found in plants, but it's also from the plant gets that ability to make that carbohydrate from the sunlight through the process of photosynthesis. So now when we are looking at this is what energy is. We don't have to eat to get that energy. So that's now when we're looking at that. Now we can deal with the nutrients, right? Because we are surrounded by energy. We have 5 senses, right? You have your smell, you have your hearing, right? You have your touch, right? You have your taste, right? And you have your sight. All of these are connected to the brain. All of these are connected to the brain, but taste goes down and comes back up. Hearing, your ears are right here, right? So the auditory nerves are right there. They go right to the brain. Your smell, your olfactory nerves, they're right there. They go right to the brain. Our sight, right? They are right there. It goes. The occipital lobe is where our vision nerve goes to, connected right to the brain. So when we are looking, if we remove taste, right, we still have 4 other ways to get this energy that we are surrounded by. So we scientifically know that we can go without food and still be healthy. Now, let's look at these things. Smell, sight, touch, taste. Everything is processed through the parietal lobe, right? It's going to process it in one of 2 ways. You're going to have flight and fight, or you're going to have rest and digest, right? This is the sympathetic. This is the parasympathetic. So when we're looking at this nervous system, these are the branches, right? This is the autonomic. This is the somatic, where we have control, where we don't have control. So when you smell something, right? When you smell something, it's either going to have one of 2 main reactions. You go, oh, what was that? Or, wow, what was that? And depending on which one you get, it's going to determine which reaction you have, right? If you smell something and it activates your fight or flight and it makes you mad or nauseous or sick, now this is going to take you through this stress response. And at the end of that, you're going to expend so much energy, it's going to make you hungry. Now, on this side, if you smell and that smell is pleasant, like aromatherapy, like smelling essential oils, it's going to activate that rest or digest. It's going to soothe. It's going to imbue you with peace and love and rest. And now your body is going to have, hold on, because over here, see, when you get that reaction, it's over here. This is cortisol and adrenaline. These are the stress hormones. When you smell something pleasant, over here, see, now you have endorphins, serotonin, right? Dopamine, right? Oxytocin. right? These, the love hormone, your painkiller, your mood enhancer, and your reward. So, and I'm saying this because we are surrounded by energy and we can affect what's going on in us by using these other senses, right? So we're determining or showing the pros and the cons. Now, when you see something, right, you could be walking and you could see what you think is a snake. Most of us are afraid of snakes, right? It could be a stick, but if it's far away, right, the vision, everything is coming in and it's being processed. And if you think it's a snake, oh, what was that? And you can run, right? Or you can move so fast that you're like, man, whoo. But then when you go back upon it slowly, you will see that it was just a snake, right? That it was nothing to be scared of. My point is, you can see something. You can see something, and it could give you so much energy that you run faster than you have ran in years, that you move quicker than you've moved in years, that you gain more power and strength than you've exercised in years. So if your sight can boost you and make you stronger or faster or quicker, then we can use that. See, that's if you are scared or fearful. That's if you are under the fight or flight. But if you know that your sight can give you energy like you've never had, now we're going to use my sight in a positive way. So if I know that I look at something and it will empower me, now I'm going to train my brain that everything I look at is not going to make me scared. It's not going to give me fight or flight, but it's going to give me endorphins, serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin. So every time I open my eyes, I'm empowering myself. I'm imbuing myself with life and strength. I don't even need food. See, if you got this in your body, you don't need food. If you in love, this is the love hormone. Lovers aren't in food, they too busy making. When you got that dopamine, that's your reward. You're satisfied. When you have that serotonin level enhanced, your mood is enhanced. You're happy. You don't need food. When you have that endorphins flowing, that's your painkiller. So you don't even get that rumble in your stomach because you got all of these good things flowing through you just from your sight, your touch, right? Something could touch you and send you into fight or flight, or it could touch you and put you over here, right? So now I know that because I've been touched out. Get off me, ready to fight. And I've been touched, and that oxytocin comes from touching. Listen, oxytocin, it comes from touching, right? So that comes from that touch of each other. But I can also be touched and it'll put me into fight or flight in the stress, and I'll have the stress hormones released. So now I'm going to train my body. I'm going to train my brain. I'm going to train because all of that is happening right here. This is the sensory. All of that is happening right here, right? It's being processed right here. So now I'm going to train my brain. So all of the touches will put me here. Man, your hearing, it's the same thing. What we hear will either activate fight or flight, or it will activate rest and digest. So the point is, if I'm not using my sense of taste, if we remove the sense of taste, we still have 1, 2, 3, 4 other points of entry of the energy that we are surrounded by, and we can fill ourselves up without having to eat. In fact, become healthier, become stronger, become more powerful than if we did eat. Because when you remove the taste, see, when you have those five senses, when you remove one, you don't have a loss. The other four, they will compensate for that loss or that removal of one. So your hearing will become sharper and better. Your sight will improve. Your smell will improve, right? The touch will improve. So we can extract even more energy out of it. See, when you eat, this is the central nervous system. The stomach is here. The intestines are here. So when you eat, all of your power is here. So now you can smell something and become aggravated. You can see something and become aggravated. Something can touch you and you can become aggravated. You can hear something and easily become aggravated because your hearing is here. So it's easier for you to be stimulated into fight or flight, into the stress hormones, because most of your power is here. These organs are trying to digest what you have eaten. That requires energy and power and time. And we lose it in the rest of our bodies. So when we are fasting, this energy that was here is now up in these other senses, and they are more powerful. They are more in tune. They are more adept at receiving and plugging to that tap in. Now you can actually literally tap in and imbue yourself with strength, with power, with energy, with life. You won't even think about it. You will have to remember and remind yourself to eat. So, family, I just wanted to share that. And I pray that for those that are fasting in the unity fast, the national fast, that something I've said could have been of help or service to you. For those that are looking to do intermittent fasting in the future, or one meal a day, or one meal every other days, or what we call eating to live, I pray that some of these words were able to assist you. I pray that you go and carpe diem, go and seize your day, go conquer your day, go create your heaven, set yourself in it. Family, I leave you in some words of love, peace, and of God. I say, Namaste, Hotep. Power to the people. Salam alaikum. Peace.